Nara is a beautiful city in Japan known for its historical and cultural significance. It was Japan's first permanent capital, established in 710 AD, and is famous for its ancient temples, traditional Japanese architecture, and beautiful natural surroundings. Nara's quiet, charming ambiance, combined with its historical treasures and natural beauty, make it a popular destination for those seeking a deeper understanding of Japan's cultural heritage. Some of Nara's most iconic sites include the Todaiji Temple. The temple itself is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and an architectural marvel. Nara Park, known for the friendly, free-roaming deer that inhabit the area. These deer are considered sacred and are a symbol of the city. Kasaga Taisha Shrine, an ancient Shinto shrine famous for its hundreds of bronze lanterns, which are lit during special festivals. Kofukuji Temple, known for its 5-story pagoda. This temple complex has a history dating back to the 8th century. For a more remote and less visited attraction, visit the Nara Castle Park, which is a reconstructed castle inside a park. In this vlog, I'll be visiting Nara Park and its surrounding attractions, including the Todaiji Temple as well as Nara Castle Park. If you are visiting Nara on a day trip from Osaka, you can take either the Kunitsu Nara line from Namba Station or the JR Yamatoji line from Tonnoji or Osaka Station. The Kunitsu Nara line is the better option if you are traveling on a budget, but if you have purchased the JR pass, take the Yamatoji line as it is way quicker. Nara is located less than 1 hour away from Kyoto and Osaka. Due to its historical importance, the city still remains full of cultural treasures, including some of Japan's oldest and largest temples. If you are traveling from Osaka, then Osaka Namba is the most convenient station from which to board the Rapid Express to Kunitsu Nara Station. Technically, the Kunitsu Nara line starts at Fuji Station, but for all practical purposes, services on this line actually begins at Osaka Namba Station. There are 19 stations on the Kunitsu Nara line proper. The key stations you could look out for are Ikoma, Yamatoji, Sadaiji, Shin, Omio, and Kunitsu Nara. Nara is a must-visit for anyone interested in Japanese history, culture, and nature. As Japan's first permanent capital, Nara has deep historical roots and many ancient monuments, temples, and shrines, several of which are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Exploring Nara is like stepping back in time to Japan's early centuries with preserved structures dating back over thousands of years. Nara was the capital of Japan during the Nara period from 710 to 794 as the seat of the emperor before the capital was moved to Kyoto. Japan's first permanent capital was established in the year 710 at Haijo. Prior to that, the capital was moved to a new location whenever a new emperor ascended to the throne. However, as the influence and political ambitions of the city's powerful Buddhist monasteries grew to become a serious threat to the government, the capital moved away from Nara to Nagoka in 784 and a few years later to Kyoto. Nara is home to 8 major historic temples, shrines, and heritage sites, specifically Todaiji, Sadaiji, Kofukuji, Kasaga Shrine, Kangoji, Yakushiji, Toshudaiji, and Haijo Palace. Together with the Kasaga Yama Primeval Forest, collectively form the Historic Monuments of Ancient Nara, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Nara's appeal doesn't just lie in its past though. These days, the city is a blend of modernity and tradition, with Edo-era townhouses transformed into art galleries, coffee shops, and craft beer bars. The abundance of temples and shrines in Nara is indicative of the city's position as one of the key spiritual centers of Japan. In fact, one of the reasons the capital was moved away from Nara is because the government feared that the city's Buddhist temples were becoming too powerful. From the awe-inspiring 15-meter-high Buddha at the Todaiji Temple to the iconic pagoda of the Kofukuji Temple and Kasaga Taisha shrines, atmospheric lanterns, the influence of both Buddhism and Shintoism on Nara's physical and cultural landscape is still very much apparent. And of course, there are plenty of deer. Images of these adorable residents can be found all over the city, immortalized in the form of Shikamura-kun, Nara's official serene mascot. In Shinto mythology, deer are considered to be messengers of the gods, and as such, Nara's deer have even been designated a national treasure. Nara hosts unique festivals like the Omizu Tori Fire Ceremony at Todaiji Temple, where massive torches are lit and waved in a dramatic ritual. The Nara Toki Lantern Festival in the summer illuminates the city with thousands of paper lanterns, creating a surreal evening atmosphere. The combination of nature, animals, and historical architecture make Nara Park one of Japan's most iconic and beloved travel destinations. Hagashimuki Shotengai Shopping Arcade is a lively covered shopping street in Nara, Japan, located near Kunitsu Nara Station and within walking distance from popular attractions like Nara Park and Todaiji Temple. This vibrant shopping arcade is an ideal spot for visitors to experience a slice of local life while browsing a variety of shops, restaurants, and cafes. Hagashimuki Shotengai is a roofed shopping arcade that runs north to south between Kunitsu Nara Station and Sanjo-dori. In this lively arcade, you can find all kinds of art and craft stores selling clothes and accessories, both modern and traditional, and souvenir shops selling tea, rice crackers, stuffed deer toys, and traditional confectioneries. The arcade is filled with shops offering everything from traditional Japanese souvenirs to modern fashion and specialty stores. You'll find locally made items such as Nara's famous deer-themed souvenirs, handmade pottery, and artisan products. Hagashumuki Shotengai has a range of dining options including street food stalls, local cafes, and sit-down restaurants. Popular items include mochi, takoyaki, taiyaki, and matcha. The location of this shopping arcade makes it easy for tourists to explore before or after visiting Nara's famous sites. Its covered structure provides shelter, so it is comfortable to shop regardless of the weather. Many of the shops are old established family businesses, and there are also many cafes and restaurants. Because of the arcade roof, this street is especially convenient as a rainy day retreat. This is a great place to shop for souvenirs before leaving the area as well. The arcade is a bustling, family-friendly space where you'll encounter friendly shoekeepers and locals going about their daily life. It provides a warm and welcoming vibe that allows visitors to engage with local culture. Higashumuki Shotengai Shopping Arcade is a fantastic spot to pick up unique souvenirs, sample local foods, and enjoy a bit of shopping in a charming atmosphere. It's a convenient addition to any itinerary in Nara. 1300 years ago, Nara was the imperial capital of Japan. Old Japan is still easy to spot here, from the Great Buddha Hall to traditional ryokans and serene Isuen gardens. Travelers rave about walking tours in Nara, particularly in the historic Naramachi merchant area. Use TripAdvisor's AI trip planning product to help plan your trip to Nara. Nara, an ancient city that is older than Kyoto, evolved from a royal capital to a quaint town, retaining Edo period traits. Landmarks like Todaiji, Kofukuji, and Todaiji temples highlight its traditional essence. Nara Park is known for its free-roaming deer, providing intimate wildlife encounters. Despite fewer visitors than other cities, Nara's rich history and serene ambiance make it a compelling destination. Use my link to help plan your trip to Nara using trip.com. From Kunitsu Nara Station, Nara Park is just a 5-minute walk. Nara Park, located in Nara, Japan, is a large public park famous for its beautiful scenery, historic sites, and especially its freely roaming deer. Established in 1880, the park covers about 502 hectares and is home to many culturally significant landmarks, including Todaiji Temple, Kasaga Taisha Shrine, and Kofukuji Temple. The park's friendly deer are considered sacred and are protected as a national treasure. They are considered a major attraction and symbolize the deep connection between nature and culture in Japan. Nara Park began in 1880 when a 14-hectare area within the grounds of Cotopaxi, which was government-owned land, was designated as a park. In 1889, Todaiji, Kasagano, and mountainous areas such as Mount Wakakusa were added, expanding the park to 535 hectares. From 1949 to 1951, the park designation within temple grounds was revoked, reducing the area to 500 hectares. In 1960, it was officially designated as Nara Park under the Urban Park Act with an area of 502 hectares. Nara Park covers a broad area, and in fact, a portion of it is made up by the grounds of the Kasaga Taisha Shrine. The deity enshrined therein is Hakimi Tajichi no Mikoto, said to have ridden to Nara upon a sacred deer from Fushimi Shrine in Ibaraki Prefecture. Because of this legend, deer were thought of as sacred animals, the helpers of the gods, and have been carefully protected for many years. Even today, Nara's deer are carefully protected as natural monuments. Considered the messengers of the gods, Nara's over 1,000 deer have become a symbol of the city and have been designated as a national treasure. Deer crackers are for sale around the park, and some deer have learned to bow to visitors to ask to be fed. Nara's deer are surprisingly tame, although they can become aggressive if they think you will feed them, so be sure not to tease them with food. Nara Park is known for its tame deer. While some caution is advised, it is possible to walk up to the deer and take a photograph with them, or even feed them with deer crackers on sale along the side of the road. The park is also a popular spot for cherry blossom viewing in the spring and for stunning autumn foliage. While the official size of the park is 502 hectares, the area including the grounds of the Todaiji, Kofukuji, Kasaga Shrine, and Nara National Museum is as large as 660 hectares. The nearby Kasaga Taisha Shrine balances perfectly the natural and cultural elements of the area. Walk to the shrine along a path through the woods illuminated with innumerable stone lanterns during Setsubun Mantori. At the shrine itself, the deep vermilion colored paint of the buildings perfectly complement the surrounding trees. Another popular photograph is a shot of the park from the Wakakusa mountain itself. The climb up the mountain offers a unique view of some of Nara's most famous sights. In the evening, in addition to being full of deer and birds, the mountain offers visitors a magnificent panoramic perspective of the Nara area. Don't miss the Nara National Museum with its unrivaled collection of Nara period art. The great park and photogenic structures make Nara a popular location for photographers. Along the approach to Todaiji stands the Nandaemon Gate, a large wooden gate watched over by two fierce-looking statues representing the Neo-Guardian Kings. The statues are designated national treasures together with the gate itself. Temple visitors will also encounter some deer from the adjacent Nara Park begging for deer crackers that are sold for around 200 yen. Todaiji's grounds are spacious and cover most of northern Nara Park, including a number of smaller temple halls and sites of interest around the Daibusen Hall. Todaiji is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and draws millions of visitors yearly for its cultural, historical, and architectural significance. Because the temple is surrounded by Nara Park, where you can encounter the famous deer that roam freely, it makes a visit to Todaiji a mix of spiritual, historical, and a natural experience. Todaiji means Great Eastern Temple in Japanese, and it's one of Japan's most famous and historically significant Buddhist temples. Originally built in 752 during the Nara period, Todaiji was commissioned by Emperor Shumu as the head of all provincial Buddhist temples in Japan. It played a key role in spreading Buddhism across the country, which was seen as a means to bring peace and prosperity. Several smaller Buddhist statues and models of the smaller and current buildings are also on display in the Daibusen Hall. Another popular attraction is a pillar with a hole in its base that is the same size as the Daibutsu's nostril. It is said that those who can squeeze through this opening will be granted enlightenment in their next life. The area around Nara Park is known for its incredible cultural heritage. The most famous and first place visitors must go is the Great Buddha Hall at Todaiji Temple. This is the largest bronze statue of Buddha in the world and weighs an estimated 300 tons. Inside what was once the largest wooden building in the world, the scale of this statue is awe-inspiring. Don't miss the less visited temple buildings up the hill to the left of the Great Buddha. Similarly impressive is the 50-meter tall pagoda at the neighboring Kofukuji. This magnificent construction makes it the second tallest 5-story pagoda in Japan. The museum here is a must visit for lovers of Buddha statues. Nara Park and Todaiji are both must-visit destinations in Nara. Together with Nara Park, Todaiji provides an unforgettable experience that combines interaction with Japan's beloved deer, exploration of ancient Buddhist culture, and immersion with beautiful natural and architectural settings. Explore the best of Nara on e-bikes, including some off-the-beat gems. Get insights from your local guide, admire sites such as Nanjimon Gate, and visit Todaiji Temple. Learn how to feed the deer the Nara way. Get introduction to Japanese cutlery and its history. Explore the Kasaga Taisha Shrine and its 1,000 lanterns. Use my link to join this guided tour in Nara using Get Your Guide. Explore Japan's first capital city on a half-day walking tour with a local guide. Discover a secret spot and visit both a temple and a shrine listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Meet and feed wild deer living in Nara Park and explore places that are off the beaten path in Nara. Get a taste for the Japanese religious culture, then savor a local lunch. Use my link to join this guided walking tour in Nara using Get Your Guide. Yamato Daiji Station, located in Nara, Japan, is a major transportation hub and the second busiest station in the city, only after Kunitsu Nara Station. Operated by Kunitsu, it serves as an important interchange connecting multiple lines and making it a convenient starting point for exploring Nara and nearby areas. Connected to the station is Todaiji Aeon Town, a popular shopping complex with various stores, cafes, and restaurants where visitors can enjoy both local and international dining options. The area around the station also has smaller shopping arcades, bakeries, and convenience stores. The area around Yamato Todaiji Station is sometimes used for local events and festivals, providing visitors a chance to experience traditional Japanese culture. In addition, the station's proximity to the Heijo Palace site, a historic area that was once Japan's ancient capital, makes it a popular stop for those interested in Nara's ancient history. Heijo Castle Park, surrounding the historic Heijo Palace site in Nara, is a large peaceful area that combines historical reconstructions with natural beauty. The park covers an extensive area and features key structures such as the Sukumon Gate, the first Daigu Kudan, and Tomaten, which have been carefully reconstructed based on archaeological research. These buildings provide a glimpse into what the original 8th century imperial palace may have looked like during the Nara period. Heijo Castle, also known as Heijo Palace, was the imperial residence and the administrative center of Japan during much of the Nara period from 710 to 794 AD. Located in present-day Nara, Japan, Heijo Castle is one of Japan's historic treasures and was part of the ancient capital of Heijikyoko. The palace complex was inspired by Chinese city planning and featured a symmetrical layout, vast courtyards, and buildings reflecting Chinese Tang Dynasty architecture. The Haijiu Palace extended about 1 kilometer wide and 1 kilometer long and served as the site of the emperor's residence and government offices. For its great historical and cultural importance, the palace site is included as one of the World Heritage Sites of Nara. Although the palace once stood as a majestic center of the ancient capital, original buildings were eventually lost, with the exception of a single hall that was moved in the 8th century and now stands at Todaiji Temple. When the capital was moved away from Haijiu in 784, Haijiu Palace and a large part of the city were abandoned by officials, and other citizens flocked to the new capital. The temples on the outskirts of the former city, however, retained their importance, and the city of Nara eventually resumed its growth around these temples, while the palace grounds were used for nothing but rice fields. Today, Haijiu Castle or Haijiu Palace is partially reconstructed with restored gates, buildings, and a museum that showcases artifacts and details of Nara period life and governance. The palace is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and part of historical monuments of ancient Nara, attracting visitors interested in Japan's early history and cultural heritage. In more recent times, interest in rediscovering and celebrating Nara's history has revitalized the area. The lack of development on the grounds of the former Haijiu Palace made it particularly easy for conducting archaeological research, which has been ongoing since the 1950s. Visitors to Haijiu Palace nowadays will still find a rural atmosphere, but the government has gone to considerable lengths to showcase the history of Haijiu Palace for visitors with historical reconstructions and museums. Several major structures from the former palace complex have been reconstructed in recent decades. It's the former audience hall, Daigokuden, the largest building on the palace grounds, which was reconstructed for the occasion of the 1300th anniversary of Nara's capital in 2010. The large audience hall was used for important ceremonies and meetings. Its ceiling is decorated by the 4 animals in the direction on the compass and 12 animals of the lunar calendar. A throne sits in the center of the hall. The building is called the former audience hall because it was replaced by the latter audience hall in the second half of the Nara period. The latter audience hall's foundation are still visible to the east of the former audience hall. Three more full-scale reconstructions are the Susaku Gate and Daigoku Gate, 2 gates leading to the audience hall, and the East Palace Garden, Toen-Tien, which features a pond, streams, and bridges, which were used by the imperial family for banquets. Partially reconstructed were the offices of the Imperial Household Agency, Kanaicho. Furthermore, there are various building foundations scattered across the palace grounds, some of which are highlighted by bushes, poles, and low walls to indicate the former location of some other palace structures, such as the imperial living quarters and administrative offices. At the northeast corner of the palace grounds stands Excavation Site Exhibition Hall, where exposed excavation sites are still left open to be exposed excavation sites are left open to be viewed to the public. At the western end of the palace grounds is the Nara Palace Site Museum, a moderately sized and very informative museum with artifacts, models, photographs, and maps on display, including several wooden tablets that were widely used as an alternative to more expensive paper during Nara period. There's also a Heijo Palace Museum site. At the Heijo Palace Museum site, you can learn more about Japan's ancient capital through artifacts, displays, and videos on Nara period's politics, culture, and lifestyle. The park itself offers a relaxed, open environment for visitors to explore the reconstructed palace beauty. The park itself offers a relaxed, open environment for visitors to explore the reconstructed palace buildings, walk along scenic paths, and enjoy seasonal attractions like cherry blossoms in the spring and golden autumn leaves. The park is a popular spot for locals and tourists alike, providing a mix of historical exploration and a serene greenscape in the heart of Nara. Get the ideal introduction for a first-time visitor on this half-day small group walking tour of Nara that covers a mix of must-see and under-the-radar sites. Enter a historic merchant's house, discover a hidden Japanese pyramid, and visit the iconic shrines of temple complex, with plenty of time to interact with Nara's resident deer. Visit the UNESCO-listed Todaiji Temple and Kasaga Taisha Shrine. A tasty lunch and admission tickets to all shrines are included. Use my link to join this guided tour in Nara with Viator. Enjoy that magnificent autumn leaves and the World Cultural Heritage Site, Kiyomizu Temple. Experience the unique historical atmosphere of Kyoto and the ancient geisha culture and traditional architecture of Gaion. Stroll among the thousands of torii gates of Fushimi Inari Taisha Shrine. Get up and close with deer at Nara Park and enjoy authentic Japanese nature and culture. Use my link to join this guided day tour to Kyoto and Nara using Klook. Nara is a city with deep historical roots, stunning architecture, and rich cultural significance. It was Japan's first permanent capital from 710 to 794, making it a key place for understanding Japanese history. The city is home to several UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including the famous Todaiji Temple with its Great Buddha, Kasaga Taisha Shrine, and ancient forest of Kasaga Yama Primal Forest. The expansive Nara Park is famous for its freely roaming deer, which are seen as messengers from the gods. In Shinto culture, you can feed them with special deer crackers, and they might even bow and thank you. Nara is a great city to visit on a day trip from Osaka or Kyoto, as it is less than an hour away, making it a popular destination in the Kansai region. That wraps up my Japan travel series. In my next vlog, I will be in Hong Kong.